afternoon, judges, dear ladies and gentlemen. I, Aditi Srivastava, will be delivering the speech on topic the veil of democracy. Democracy, the power of people, the system of representation of a nation. But in present days, it has been presumed has the veil of ignorance, ignoring individual abilities, interests, and what or not in a nation. How? Let me explain you. These leaders who consider themselves as the followers of democratic principles, but actually are the autocratic rule followers. They ignore what or not in the name of a nation to be proceed further, in the name of democracy to be follower, in the name of public opinion to be a follower. How? They say they are the following public opinion by giving the rights to vote, by giving the rights to equality, by giving the rights to present themselves for the citizens of the nation. It is so. It is so easy to say you, but it's actually very different in reality to be presumed and prevail the sense of democracy. It's just the veil of democracy. Nehru, who considered himself as a follower of democratic principle, but ignored religion, caste and all and defied the nation of India and Pakistan. He divided it. Asserting the tide of nationalism, authoritarianism and imperialism has imperiled the democracy in various nations like US case. We see the corruption in elections there. The Donald Trump was shouting that the votes are corrupted during the elections through which the Joe Biden has made the president of US. Maybe there was a corruption in the democracy. Is this the democracy of corruption? How is this the democracy proceed further in a nation? The recent case of Russia and Ukraine. What happened? Russia has showed his all wars and power in destroying the Ukraine there. This is the disadvantage of democracy. This is what the democracy actually looks like in a nation. It's a joke. And what about our Prime Minister Modi calling the mother of democracy at 75th UNGA? The mother of democracy is India because the democracy is delivered and has been delivered in a nation. Is it so? Have you ever thought of the people living in a nation who are not giving the rights to be answered, not getting the justice to be answered? There are PILs and PILs filed in the case. Is this the democracy of the nation? What do you consider? Is this a democracy? No. Giving just rights to all is not a democracy. Giving the sedition and reporting all the judges and defamation of the judges took place in the nation. You say this is the democracy? Not at all. Day-to-day farmer attacks. You say this is Khalistan, the nation is Khalistan. Sorry, Prime Minister Modi, this is India and prevail it as a nation. In conclusion, I would like to mention the James Madison quote. He said, "The democracy is died, exhausted and dead when it's a veil, when it changed into a veil and the freedom of concise is prevailed not. It's dead." And we see it's not being a long time, like we see the Somalia case, who is fighting for 15 years for democracy to prevail in its nation. It's not so far that we will also see such nations like US and India fighting for the democracy. It's not long. We have to understand and fight ourselves to fight for a democracy. I'm not going to tell to these leaders to give us the rule of law, to deliver the justice to us. It will come as the representation of each of us in a public social participation. our rights to be answered. Thank you, judges. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening me. I hope you like it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Aditi. We did like it. I would now like to proceed